everyone. What is going on? It's Nate, the director of Tundra Bowl here, the Tecmo Super Bowl National Championship. Very, very happy to be with you guys today. Hopefully you guys can all hear me okay out there. We're streaming on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. We're doing it all, and we're streaming simultaneously. So we're kicking off this simulcast already. Very happy to be back with you, and really, Tundra Bowl's back, which is great news for everyone out there. Right now, what I want to do is just make sure that you guys know I'll be monitoring the chat as best as I can, possibly. I've got two different windows pulled up, trying to monitor chat as best I can. So if you got any questions, make sure you drop them in the comments. This is our first real live video here in Tundra Bowl season. It's the best time of the year. We've got Thunderdome in the online community. We got Tundra Bowl coming up here, obviously, in just shy of 2 months. April 16th and 17th is Tundra Bowl weekend. Really looking forward to having you guys out here. So, without further ado, let me go ahead and check out the channel real quick here. See what we've got for any questions. Yeah, it kind of looks like that, doesn't it? What's up, Sammy? Lord of the End, Ludio, what's going on, Pete? Adam, there's a lot of things. So Adam, Sammy Smith has a quick question. Do you get a hotel room and drink heavily, or do you stay sober, make the 7-hour round trip in one day? So for those that have come to Tundra Bowl in the past, and I'm sure there's many of you watching right now, you will definitely know that Tundra Bowl weekend is unlike any other. It's a time where you can come and enjoy the Friday night festivities. Traditionally, we've done a Retro Mania, like a retro video game tournament, which will be replaced for this year with a mystery event that we'll be announcing here probably next week. We're going to have our 2v2 Tecmo tournament like we did last year. I think we had like 28 or 30 teams in that, which was phenomenal. And then, of course, the big show on Saturday. So it's a great time. We had over a dozen states represented last year. We had 81 competitors from all over the nation. It was really cool just to have that time and be able to hang out with people that you normally wouldn't hang out with, that you get to see maybe once a year. Some of you guys play online, obviously, so you guys play each other and know each other that way. But it's always good to put a face to the name. All right, let's get going here on our slides. And yes, Sammy, I am auditioning to take over for Johnny Depp. I actually, in fact, asked what my next Halloween costume should be this year, and somebody, in fact, said Jack Sparrow. It was literally like 2 days ago. So, Tundra Bowl 8, obviously coming up April 16th and 17th here for Tundra Bowl weekend, again, presented by Game Trade. We're just going to recap a little bit here for Tundra Bowl 7. I'm not going to keep you guys too long tonight, but we're going to go over kind of the registration info, recap 7, and what this looks like moving forward for our tournament in just under 2 months. So Tundra Bowl 7 had a record of 81 players, like I said before, and a record amount of cash and prizes. Nearly $5,000 of cash and prizes was given away. And just so you guys know, and I made this announcement last year at the tournament, thanks to the Shield, again, for donating a good chunk of those prizes. He ended up donating some to Tundra Bowl, and we were able to give that away. We gave away prizes that were astronomical, signed jerseys left and right, really unique items. If you want to go check it out on the website, tundrabowl.com, we've still got some of that stuff up there from last year, but a big thanks to him for that last year as well. Last year, again, was our second year of partnering with My Brother's Keeper. So Harry Sidney, as you guys know, is a running back for the San Francisco 49ers in the Tecmo Super Bowl game. And for the last 2 years, he's been a part of Tundra Bowl. Now, I do have some unfortunate news. He's not able to make it this year. He had it booked for the original date. When I inquired about this next date that we had postponed it to, obviously because of COVID concerns, he has a family vacation actually planned on that day. So he will not be making a personal appearance this year, but I've talked to him and he's willing to donate some autographed memorabilia that we can then donate to My Brother's Keeper and give some stuff away at Tundra Bowl 8, which is really cool to see. So we're going to continue that partnership. Even though he can't make it this year, he's all for it again next year at Tundra Bowl 9. But you can see there that we've raised over $1,100 for My Brother's Keeper, which is an organization that helps young men. So you can check that out over on our website. We've got a link to My Brother's Keeper as well. It's a phenomenal foundation here in the Green Bay area helping young men. And then again, Tundra Bowl Red Stream channel is going to be coming back again this year. So I know a lot of you that are unable to make it tune into our Red Zone stream. We always get really positive reviews on that, which gives you kind of the marquee matchups as far as what you want to watch. And we typically will come up with a streaming schedule as well. So when games get out of hand, we can always switch to another one, catch that ending. We caught a lot of really, really great endings last year as far as the games go, not just in group play, but a lot of huge matchups in the playoffs that we were able to stream as well. So you can always check that out. If you're not watching on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/Tundra Bowl. It's pretty much everything on social media that we got. Is Twitter is the Tundra Bowl handle, Tundra Bowl at Twitch, and Tundra Bowl on Facebook. All right. Moving on to the next slide. Brewdog, if you guys don't know Dave, Brewdog is a legend in the Tecmo community. Nobody has done as much as he has on the organization as far as the data and hacking, and he is just phenomenal with this. So he actually came out to the tournament last year, which was great to see him be able to come out here to Tundra Bowl and then hang out with people, we used to all hang out with at Tecmo Madison, which was cool. But here's the top 16 from the power rankings from last year. You can see number 1 was Joey Gatz. Joey Gatz won his first ever Tundra Bowl championship last year. And the second person is Primetime. He had the second best, power poll ranking, you would say, from Tundra Bowl 7. And going down the list, this is the top 16. Yeah, Tecmo Bo end up coming in third as far as the power rankings go. If you remember 2 years ago, he lost out in the round of 32, but had a very, very strong showing last year, which if he's coming back again this year is going to be one of that handful of favorites to win the tournament. You had DPS and DT. You had a lot of other people there that were, a part of a lot of our Tundra Bowls in the past, Justin Peters. So you guys can go ahead and take a look at that. There's a lot of great info there, and we're also going to, right now it's on our the TSB Discord in our Tundra Bowl channel, but we'll probably be posting this as well on our Facebook page just for people to review. All right, so Tundra Bowl, ways to win free Division 1 entry. Now, if you have been following Tundra Bowl for any amount of time, you know that we love giving away free entries for people to come on and just have a good time. People from across the country, we're trying to get people here as much as humanly possible because we do believe it's the best tournament out there for hanging out and just really relaxing and having a good time playing some Tecmo Super Bowl. So, win any 40-plus player tournament. Obviously, that was postponed because of COVID, so we're going to postpone that until tournaments start rolling here again. Specific online league tourneys. So, we are going to give away a couple of these. We have not announced yet who because they will be randomized. But first of all, Thunderdome 2020, that was the Shield. So the Shield gets free entry to this year's Division 1 Tundra Bowl tournament. And then the winner of 2021, they're actually going to be wrapping Thunderdome here right before Tundra Bowl is this year. So you might win free entry if you're participating in Thunderdome. Thunderdome has 100 people this year participating. So fantastic work to Warren and Hoff on that. They just do a phenomenal job. It's an honor to be a part of, honestly. It's really great. So the winner of the 2021 Thunderdome will also receive free Division 1 entry. One HSTL winner, that'll be a random draw from last February up until this February. And that'll include D-League and G-League as well. So we're going to throw all the winners in a pot. We'll spin it, and then whoever gets it gets free entry to Division 1. And then one 2K winner, which will be 2K or 2KD from February to February again. So we perhaps will be wrapping up 2KD, but it might just be 2K. Raffle winners, we typically will give away a couple raffles to other tournaments like Tom's Act Bowl and those guys. That'll be postponed, obviously, because people weren't having in-person tournaments last year. And then winning Tundra Bowl Division 1, Division 2, 2v2, or Retromania. So free lifetime entry for anybody who ever wins Tundra Bowl. Obviously, you're going to have to go through a gauntlet of phenomenal Tecmo players in order to do it. So we feel you should be rewarded not just in that year, but for the lifetime of Tundra Bowl. So that is Pat Beach, The Beard, Coconuts, Red 98, Gats, and Regs. And Regs is our only two-time winner in all the years that we've had this. again, make sure you guys are putting any comments in the chat if you do have any, and I'll get to those as soon as I can. Division 2, the winner gets next year's D1 entry. So last year, Hawkeye, 98 from Iowa, he ended up winning Division 2, so he's got free Division 1 entry this year, which maybe should have been in D1 last year, but, you know, that's just trying to push him that way. And then 2v2 team, the winner of 2v2 ends up winning a next year weekend pass. So not only do they get Division 1 entry, they're also going to get 2v2 and our mystery event for free. And that was Woodshed and Jim Sox from Ohio. So it was phenomenal to see them and see them have success in 2v2. It's a lot of fun if you guys have never done it. Completely worth the time. And then Retromania winner, two-time winner, Kevin Cabarello. He's also going to get a free weekend pass this year as well. We typically do a satellite tourney leading up to Tundra Bowl. This year, we're obviously not going to do that, postponed to 2022. And all free entries are non-transferable. So let me just catch up in the chat, see if we got any questions here. Yes, Shield, you definitely have free entry. So nice work. Let's see what else. Hawkeye did win the Dan Hampton. Yes, you did. That's fantastic. Let's see. It doesn't look like there's any questions there. And checking out Facebook, we're all good to go. All right, moving on, guys. All right, Tundra Bowl 8. So Friday's events are happening on April 16th. This year, the doors will open at 5 p.m., The Friday night events will start at 6 p.m. One of those events, obviously, is 2v2 Tecmo. You can check that out on our webpage. It's got all the details on 2v2 Tecmo, how it functions, how the coin toss works, how you trade controllers. It's all the OG carts. So it's not a hacked ROM. It is all the OG carts. It all has to do with format and strategy. So it is a seeded double elimination bracket. We have room for up to 32 teams in that. So as soon as we cap that at 32 teams, which is 64 players, you'll be put on the wait list for that. You know, like I said, last year we were approaching that 32 team mark. We were pretty close. So if you are wanting to play 2v2 Tecmo, make sure you sign up right away. Because honestly, this year, depending on what happens, you know, we could end up with 40 people. We could end up with 140 people. I don't know. This is us taking a leap of faith of trying to provide you guys Tundra Bowl for this year. Obviously, it was postponed a little bit, but we do this for you guys. You know, honestly, there's not any personal accolades or recognition to it, so we're just doing it for you guys, trying to get you guys out here, have a fun time. Teams are seeded. Some will have buys if we don't fill all 32. And then it's fluid until kickoff, because sometimes we'll have a couple people walk in the door. Like last year, I think we had a team register like the night before. So it's fluid all the way up until kickoff. And then secondly, the mystery event. The mystery event will be replacing Retromania for this year. I get the feeling it'll probably replace it from here on out. But we will still have retro games and systems available for you guys to play as far as pickup goes. But the mystery event's going to go a lot smoother with this than trying to pull people out of 2v2 to go and do that. So I cannot wait to announce it. It's going to be phenomenal. Just so you're aware, on the 2v2 Tecmo, on that first part there is a spot on the registration form on our page. If you have a 2v2 Tecmo partner, list the name of your partner there. If you don't have one and are looking for one because you want to play the game, which we had matched up people before, there is a spot on our website that'll end up going to the needs a partner section. Just label on the 2v2 who your partner is as needing a partner. We can match you up, or you can match yourselves up. We'll put a pool of people that don't have a partner selected yet, which is actually kind of fun to play with somebody that you haven't ever played with 2v2 Tecmo before. It's pretty cool. Corey, to answer your question, block rooms and preferred right across the street. The American right across the street has phenomenal rates. They know we come every single year. So right now, we've got a couple people already booked. I think there's like 5 or 6 people booked already over at the American. So if you want to, if people are coming to the tournament, there are rooms obviously available, but as we get closer, they're going to start booking a lot quicker. So if you want to, the hotel information is right on our website. It's under directions and lodging, but it's called the American Inn, and it's literally across the street, which, For some of you, that proximity is probably going to help you. And honestly, I recommend it because it's got free Wi-Fi, it's got a continental breakfast, and it's got a pool there too. So it's always good to kind of stretch and relax there. All right, moving on. Game day events for April 17th, the big show, Tundra Bowl 8. It's going to be the same format as we've had in the past. So nothing real earth-shattering here. Group play is going to be, the goal is 5-person groups. Okay, there's a 4-game minimum regardless of how many people are in your group. I have a contingency plan for 4-person groups or 6-person groups. So depending on the numbers, we'll have to shake it out that way. But there's a 4-game minimum for everybody that's going to be coming to Tundra Bowl. We're going to keep with the Division 1 and Division 2 setup. It's been super successful. We've got really great feedback. That Division 1, obviously, is more of the people that either really want a heavy dose of competition or feel that they are skilled enough to go against some of the best that the nation has. Frankly, you're going to be playing almost all tough people. There are no gimme games in Division 1. It's a gauntlet. So, it's a lot of fun. You never know what to expect. I love the people that step up and try and play D1, even though they might not feel they're in that upper echelon. It's cool to see guys wanting to go back, practice, and come back the next year. I can tell you right now, there was somebody that came last year that went off and just practiced for the last year in anticipation for this, and he has gotten phenomenally better. So I'm excited to see what damage he's going to do in D1 this year. And then D2 obviously is more for the people that are coming from more of a comfort standpoint of, I played this game a long time ago, maybe I haven't picked it up in a number of years, or I enjoy playing, but it's more of a casual player. That's going to be more of your Division 2. So it really invites those people that maybe have never played before or haven't played in a long time or don't know a ton about the little nuances of the game. Division 2 would be where I recommend people start unless they've been playing either online or in person for a number of years. The Tecmo Challenge is going to be back. Again, that's going to be a $5 entry. If you beat the Tecmo Challenge, you get an NFL player card. That NFL player card might be tied to additional prizes. Prizes are all going to be announced later. Right now it was the format. Was trying to figure out the date first and foremost because that's the most important thing, and then just trying to figure out logistic. The prize aspect is going to be an easy aspect, so that'll come a little later. Simulated season during tabulation. So we've ran this now the last 2 years. Again, phenomenal success. It's been a blast. What happens with the simulated season, and I'll talk about this a little bit more later, is in between group play and bracket play, when we're tabulating who made it to the playoffs and what those seedings are, we run a simulated season. And we throw it up on the big screen. Everybody looks and watches, and it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of teams that you wouldn't expect winning. I think Indianapolis one year, if I remember correctly, went like 12-4. It was ridiculous, but it was a heck of a lot of fun. And then game schedules. Last year was the first year we ever did game schedules. So each TV station will have a schedule of roughly what the matchups are and what times they're going to be at. So that way, if you see that you don't have a game for 2 games, you can go, step out, grab some food. The organization that we're going to have this year as far as the spaced out stations is going to cut down a little bit on that center area for the eating, so we'll have to find some space. We got some space downstairs in the watering hole. For those that have been to the watering hole, you know how big the watering hole is. For those that haven't, there's plenty of space to spread out, which is really nice. So that's why when we first announced that we were having the live tournament this year, for those that have been here, they know that there's no concern about capacity because the building is so vast that there's 4 different areas we can play in and be completely distanced as much as we want to be. So really not worried about that aspect. But again, we're going to take as many precautions as humanly possible for that. I'm just going to check in on the Twitch here, see what yes, that is a good point. So Hawkeye, can you win a free entry? You won HS2. If you win the drawing, can you gift the free entry? No, free entries are non-transferable. But what I can do is, since you've already won it, I can pull your name from HSTLG so that you're not in there, so that it's not a duplication and it's a unique person to give that to. Let's see. can you do 2v2 a mystery event? No problem. That's a great question. Yes, you can. So the mystery event, like I said, is going to be scheduled in a point where if you're not playing your 2v2 game because it's in the bracket portion, because it's just a double elimination bracket, if you're not playing your game currently, you can go over and play the mystery event, because that'll have a separate set of, without giving too much away, a separate set of games to be played, that you're basically going to be ping-ponging between the two, and you'll enjoy it. Trust me. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a number of years. And while we try and innovate something different and new every year to be fresh and try, new things, some things turn out phenomenally, some things not as much, but this is one of those that I feel like is going to be a stalwart of Tundra Bowl for many years to come. So it's exciting. I'm excited. If nobody else is excited, I'll just do that myself, I guess. Let's see. One matchup once, or does it refresh come bracket? Great question, Kev. So the rules are all on our page, but it is calling the matchup only once. It does not refresh come bracket. So you really need to make sure that you are calling the matchups you want, but maybe have a couple in your back pocket just in case you make it to the bracket, and then want to call those against certain opponents that you feel like you'll probably run into. So another question that frequently comes up: if you win the coin toss, you cannot defer. You have to choose player one and call the two teams. Okay, you cannot defer and take player two. So that's something that always comes up. It'll come up 1,000 times between now and the tournament. But if you win the toss, you're player one. You got to call it. Hoff is making it. So Hoff is back. So he will be back again this year. So we're really happy to have him. Is he going to actually make it Friday night? That is the plan as far as I know. He has been wanting to make it Friday night for a long time. And we know that he has a blast every time he gets here. So I'm seriously hoping that he does come for the whole time. All right. Moving on. No, he's not coming via boat. Come on, Kev. Oh, and just so you guys are aware, Joey Gatz is returning. So I know for those that know about the online, him taking a step back from online play, Joey Gatz will be back to defend his title. All right. All right, so this is probably a little small print for you guys to see right now, but it is also on the website. We did not change our prices for this year. So it's going to remain the same at $45 for Division 1, $25 for Division 2, which means the weekend passes then will be $60 for Division 1 and $40 for Division 2, respectively. We are still maintaining the same minimum amount of games, group play, free merchandise. Obviously, we're going to do, we put out a poll just to put out feelers. We're going to do a t-shirt again this year is what the plan is. We are in talks right now with our apparel place. I want to take a look into the cost of hats, just out of curiosity, because then what we might do is throw out an option out there for hats, but the cost would be a little different. So I don't know what we're going to do. But the point is, I always think it'd be nice to have a hat. I'm going to look into the cost. If it's cost effective enough for you guys, we'll throw it out there. If it's not, I'll just scrap it. But we're going to plan on a t-shirt for this year. And then, you guys, we've talked about the Division 1 if you win it, Division 2 if you win it. So you guys can check out all the details on the poster there on the website. This is an example of what I was talking about earlier with the schedules. So something like this is going to be at every station. You can see the time frame. Each time frame is about 25 minutes. Games will oscillate somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes, depending on how fast people set up playbooks, choose plays, those type of things. So we just set a buffer right away with 25 minutes per slot. And in this case, you can see where you've got 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, all the way up to an hour. Some guys will have 3 games in between. We try not to do that as much as humanly possible. There are some people that actually request that, and they'd rather have a larger chunk to eat lunch in there. So we try and accommodate those schedules as much as possible. If you guys are running late, this is a very easy change for me to make. I've done it multiple times. We had a carload from Milwaukee. End up not being able to make it until like 1 o'clock. So we just stuck all their games at the end. It's not a huge deal. So the earlier you know that, the earlier you can alert me, the earlier I can go ahead and make that change. Again, this is all a logistics thing. We have a phenomenal Tundra Bowl team. We added another person to our team this year. We've got analysts, we've got statisticians, we've got our streamers, we've got our game day ops, we've got everything you can possibly imagine, but it's because of that team that this runs as smoothly as it does. And honestly, they carry this stuff out throughout the day while I'm playing, and it would not go as well as it does without them. So always 100% give them as many kudos as humanly possible, because they are the ones who really make the show happen on the day of. You can see here down at the bottom where your seeds are. I know that last year there was a question of if we are going to seed 3 seeds this next year. And to be honest with you, it'll have to depend on registrations. We'll see how many people there are. Like I said, if we end up with 100 plus people, it's going to be really interesting of the people that we don't know trying to seed those people. Now, if we get a lower number of people, obviously the lower number of people, the easier it is to seed because you probably know them. But if we're anticipating anywhere near what we had last year of 81, it's going to be impossible to seed everybody. But in that scenario, we're going to try and seed the 3rd seed this year. So trying to seed the top 3 seeds would be really beneficial for a lot of people. So that's part of that feedback process, that as you guys give us feedback, we want to listen to you as much as possible, to consider as much as possible, to make this your event, because really it is. Without you guys, we wouldn't even function. So we're trying to do this as close to fine-tuning as possible. So we love your suggestions. As always, make sure you make those. I don't take anything personally, because constructive criticism is always welcome. All right, so let's see where we're at. That means Hank will be there, yes. I'm assuming so. I have not heard from Hank, but I'm assuming he would be. He lives like 20 minutes down the road. And, yep. All right, seed the 3s, or I'll give you a haircut. Yeah, thanks, Shield. I'll seed the 3s just for you. All right, we'll keep it going here. Just a few more slides. Here's the simulated season. Here's what's going to happen. The first 56 people through the door end up getting a team at Tundra Bowl for the simulated season. So it's not a matter of registration. It's not a matter of the first 56 people registered. It is the first 56 people through the door are going to be randomly assigned a team. Now, there's a typo there. It should be TB8. But it'll be the first 56 players, max of 2 people per team. So let's say Shield and Kevin got San Francisco, whatever. The first person through the door is going to get either an odd or an even for the last digit. The other person will get the opposite. So the Super Bowl winner, when it's crowned, the score of the winning team, whether it's odd or even, determines the winner of the contest. So even though your team would get to the Super Bowl, so let's say it ended up being 21 and Kevin had odds and he won it, Shield would not win, but we'll have some sort of second prize for, hey, your team got there, you just didn't win the actual prize. So again, we'll do prizes here. We have prizes galore all the time, so it'll be fun. All right, registration options. We've talked about this. The event is to be announced. I'm going to hope to announce it next week. I'm not going to set a promise on that because this week has been kind of crazy. And next week is not looking like it's going to be alleviating anytime soon, but I will try and announce that this next week. Thunderdome announcement is coming up in a week from today, so we might wait until after Thunderdome announces in 2 weeks to do the TBA event. 2v2 Tecmo, that's also $10, or the 45 and 25 for D1 and D2. And the all access weekend passes are there. That's for all 3 events, the mystery event, 2v2, and TB8. So if you want to do that way, that's the most popular option. Most people just do it that way, which is 60 and 40. The registration is available on our website actually right now. I unlocked the registration here. If you were cruising the website right before this, it was open right before this. So, but it is open now. So again, you're going to probably want to get into the registration as soon as you know that you're coming. Go ahead and register. That way we can lock you in. The sooner we can get that, the sooner I can order t-shirts and start formulating groups and seatings and all those things. Again, our resident seating bracketologist, basically the seatings guru, John QB Browns. I'll be consulting him as well as Brewdog again this year because Brewdog's got data far and wide. That's about all I got for tonight. So we are going to run about 3 more shows before the actual event. That's just an estimate. One of them for certain is group play or groupings. There you go. So breaking down that, and then I'm not sure about the other 2, but we'll see where we're at. We're not going to do too many live ones. Most of the stuff will just be an announcement form. We'll post it out to social media, or do a quick little video for it. But we'll probably do a Q&A, and we'll do the group reveals. Those will probably be 2 of the videos for sure between now and April 16th, 17th. So I'll just check one last time for yes, Brewdog is data. Let's see. Rico will be there, I'm assuming. He's been there every year. All right, I think that's it. So thank you guys all for watching. As always, you can check us out on tundrabowl.com or our Facebook, Twitch, or Twitter pages. We appreciate the support. We're really looking forward to holding this event this year. We're less than 2 months away, so go ahead and register. It's tundrabowl.com/registration. One last note, if you have free entry, make sure you still register. I need your shirt size. So with that being said, make sure you stay tuned to the pages, and we'll have more updates for you soon. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Have a good night.